Hey guys, so we're going to make a little trinket tray out of Resincrete. Again, this is another video for a gift I am giving to someone. They had wanted me to do one in white with green pot leaves on it, which she doesn't smoke, but she thinks the leaves are pretty. I did a project for somebody else in another state where it's actually legal, and she just liked the leaves. She liked how pretty they were. And I actually think it's a pretty leaf too. So, I mean, it's a plant, it's a leaf, that's all there is to it. So, this trinket tray is going to take 200 grams of Resincrete and 60 grams of water. Resincrete is a 10-to-1 ratio. So, you just take your Resincrete, dump in your water. And normally I would color this, but I'm going to leave it white so that the green leaves really stand out. Just want to mix this in really well. And get out all your lumps. Make sure you get around the sides, get all that resin off the sides, off the bottom. Resincrete, not resin. I think at one point I called it resin in another video too. Habit. I work with resin a lot. But I do like the Resincrete. It's a quick project. Easy to do. Non-toxic. So I don't have to worry about wearing my mask, wearing my gloves. Now, of course, if you're sensitive to breathing in powders, you should wear a mask, but I don't have an issue with that. So I do enjoy working with this medium. It's a lot of fun, and you can do so much with it. Now, the difference is with the Resincrete, of course, it's more of a plaster, and it's breakable. Pretty solid, but it is breakable. And the resin, if you drop it, it's not going to shatter usually. So that is the difference with this. You do have to be a little more careful with these. I seal them so they're waterproof, so they can be wiped off with a damp cloth without any damage to them. Okay. And we are all mixed up. I'm gonna turn it around a little bit. Make sure I've got my lumps out. I always manage to miss one or two and have to fish them out though. I don't know how I do that. So, I'm going to go ahead and just pour this in. And there we go. I saw some lumps. I'll do the rest of this. I don't want to scrape too much because I don't want to scrape lumps out. Down. I'm going to fish around in here and see if I can find lumps. Thought I saw one fall in there, but I did not. I don't know what that is in there, so I'm going to get that out. Oh, there's a lump. Just a little one. I could probably take my time and mix that back in there, but I don't want to. Okay. We've got that poured. And give it a little bit of a squishing around the edges, just to try and break up in case there's any bubbles around the edges. Usually with this I don't get bubbles, but with these rounded edges, they can sometimes get in there. Alright, we're going to leave that for about an hour before we demold it. And then I'm going to let it sit for a day so that it can cure up and dry completely before we seal it. So, when this is ready to be sealed and decaled, I'll be back. Okay, so we are back. This is what the Resincrete looks like when it just is left white, and how it comes out. And I'm going to seal it with some beeswax. Now you can use a lot of things to seal it. I've got Mod Podge spray as well, but I'm going to do the beeswax on here and let that dry a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge after I put the stickers on this. So we're just going to rub that in real good. The beeswax gives it a much nicer shine and really seals it well. Now, if you can see yellow on there from the beeswax, don't worry about that because we're going to wipe this off too, so it's not going to stay that way. I don't know if you can see that yellow in the corners or not. So we're going to rub that in real good. I'm going to go around the edge with it as well. We're just going to go ahead and use the other side of this sponge to wipe that off. I'm going to take any residue off of there. I'm actually going to take a little bit of paper towel to go over there too, just to get it off there a little bit better. At the same time, rub some of that in while getting off any extra. Now, I actually want to water seal this whole thing, so I'm going to go all around the sides, and I'm going to do the bottom. You don't need a lot, just a thin coating. Resincrete is very porous, so when you seal it, then it can be wiped down with a damp cloth without it soaking in that water and damaging it. It's a really important step, because you never know where people are going to put these. They're in their bathroom where there's moisture, or sometimes they use these Trinket trays like cup holders, and you don't want it to get the moisture from the cup and seep it in and ruin it. Put that excess off the sides and the bottom a little bit, because again, if it's sitting on a surface that might be a little damp, we don't want it to soak into this and cause an issue. Now you can buy the little plastic feet to put on here as well, and I'm actually looking at getting some of those. I don't have any right now. It's sealed off here. I gotta be careful because my hands are getting a little slick from the beeswax. Okay. We're just gonna let this sit here, and we're going to let that dry for about 10 minutes. And then we can go on to the next step. Okay, that's all dry and ready to go. I went ahead and cut out my stickers, which I printed these myself off my printer. I cut them out so that I can kind of see how I want to lay them out on here. And I think the 3 of them right across the middle is going to look nice. So I'm going to go ahead and peel these, hopefully. Now that I've cut them down, I don't have that same edge. So It'll take a second to get these started a little bit. And I wanted to reduce how much of that plastic I had on there. Just gonna lay them down on there and smooth them out. Make sure there's no bubbles in it. Make sure they're on there really well. I gotta get this other one started. It's always the fun part for me. My fingers don't like to do this type of thing too much. Cut that corner off there. Oh, this one really wants to fuss with me. Alright, there we go. Get this one on here. And I'm going to take this paper towel and I'm just going to rub over this really well. Down very well. I got to corner that up. By time to get that corner down a little better. Got a loose piece there. Nip that off, it's just the plastic. Got a little piece that wanted to stick up. Oh, there's a bubble in it. You want to try and work out any bubbles you have without damaging the stickers. Just so it looks nicer. Okay. Alright. Now that those are on there, you want to seal this part. And that's where the modify spray comes in for me. Shake it up real good. As this stuff stinks horrible, make sure you have a fan going, make sure you're ventilated. I like it better than the paste. Quicker, dries quicker, but whew, the smell. I'm telling you, it's nothing to joke around with. Alright, here we go. We're just going to do a light little spray on there. A few times over it. That's it. Okay. And when that dries, it'll be all ready. And this is what it looks like, guys. It's not going to take it but maybe 10 minutes to dry. And there you have it. 3 little leaves on a white background. I hope she likes it. Gonna be her Christmas present. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'm gonna let this sit here and dry. And then I'm gonna package it up and take it to my friend's house because she's going out of town either later today or tomorrow morning, and she will be gone until after Christmas. So I've got to get this to her today. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you soon.